And so let's understand this keyword in Java. So it's just nothing but it's a keyword in Java, and there are some usage of this keyword which we'll see now. So let me declare a variable for that. So int, let's suppose I'll create first variable as a roll number because it's a student class. Now I'll declare one more variable that is name, and I'll declare one more variable that is float fee. I'll say, right? I have three variables now. Now let me create a constructor. How to create a constructor? Just copy the class name. Now class name. In this constructor, I'll pass the this variable. So int, I'll say roll number, and then I'll say string name, and then float fee. Now my constructor has been formed. Now here I'll say roll number equals to roll number. Okay, so I'll just copy. Here I'll say roll number equals to roll number. Can I say like that? Right, I can say. Now name equals to name. Can I say like that? I can. Then fee equal to fee. Now I want to print all this. So let me create a separate method for that. So public void display. It will be a print method. Here what I want to display? I want to display roll number, okay, and then give some space. So how to give space? Just double quotes and then give some space over here, and then I'll print a name, and then concatenation, then give some space over here, and then plus, and give the fee. So that's how we can print. Now how to call these methods? So we have to call a main method. So I'll just call my main method. Main method has been called. Now how to call this, all the things in the main method? Create a object. So how to call your constructor? As soon as you create an object, constructor gets called. So student s equals to new is the keyword, student, constructor has been called. Now why this line is giving error? Because explicitly we have declared a constructor. Now if you have declared constructor, give a value. So roll number I'll say 11, and then name I'll just say my name like Bipin, and then I'll say Bipin fee will be 967.56, and then if it's a float you have to insert of f here. Now this is done. Now I want to print the this values, whatever values it has. So I'll just say s dot display. Now right click on your project, run this Java application, and look, it's giving 0 null 0.0, but here you are giving data 11 Bipin. So why? What's the problem? Because this roll number is referring to this roll number only. Right now this roll number is having 0, this name is having null, and this float is having 0.0. So that's nothing but if you say this value equals to this value, that means the assignment is happening inside this block only, it's not reaching there. So what to do now? Just use this keyword, this dot roll number, just say this dot name, and just say this dot fee. And now save your program, right click on your project, run as a Java application. Now look, now you started getting 11 Bipin and whatever value you have given in your constructor. So now how this? So this keyword will refer to your this. Look, as soon as you are hovering here, the color, the selection is getting, this global variable is getting now pointed. So if you remove this, what is happening? This is pointing to local variable. Look now. So can you see the difference, guys, here? So that's nothing but the that's one of the usage of this. Using this you can call class instance variable. So this is first method. Now how you can invoke one of the class method, so let me call one more method, create one more method. So let's suppose I'll create public void m1, okay, and here I'll say one line, this is a test class, this is a test class, test method. Let's suppose I'll say this is a test method. Now how do I call this method inside display method? So I'll just say m1 dot and I'll say this dot m1. So I'll say this dot m1. So this is how you can call a method. If you call m1 also, no problem. But if you call this dot m1, you know, so it is one of the way you can, call your instance method inside another instance method using this keyword. Now, if you want to, now third point, if you want to invoke a constructor, so let me do that as well. So how to do that? Let me create a constructor first. So public, now how to create constructor, class name. Let me create a class name, and then this will be my, I'll say first constructor, let's suppose I'll say, okay. Now, if I want to call this constructor inside this constructor, so how to do that? Just say this. Now look, your constructor has been called, it just called. So if you want to see how this will run, just right click on your project, run as a Java application. Now look, first constructor is getting called, because first constructor I have declared inside student1, but here I have not formed any constructor, default constructor. If you want to see one more way, you can do that. How? Create one more constructor. So how to do that? Class name, just say class name s1 equals to new, and then class name, and here look, with this you will call this constructor. If you just comment out this line and just comment out this as well. Now try to run your program. Right click on your project, run as a Java application. So look, first constructor is getting called, right? So here what we are trying to say, that this is how you can do, use this in your programming, practice whenever you want to use this. So this is nothing but a usage of this in Java. So thanks for watching, guys.